So I'm going to show you how to make sun-dried tomatoes. They're delicious. It's like having a little jar of stored summertime. That's today's veg hack. Follow me. Obviously everyone knows tomatoes are red, but the heritage varieties come in a ton of different colours. Look at the colour of this. This is the cobalt pear one, and it's just a thing of absolute beauty. Tomatoes ripen at once. You don't want to waste them. This is a great way of storing them when they're at their absolute best, and you actually add value, you concentrate the flavours. These things are not just shop-bought ingredients. Make them yourself, enjoy the process, and you'll get so much more out of your cooking. Summertime! We're not cooking. That's the beautiful thing about sun-dried tomatoes, is we're not changing the flavour, we're just intensifying it. So you can sort of preserve that greenhousey, raw tomatoey flavour, which is so delicious, and it's just such a treat to have in the kitchen. You've got the oil, which is sitting in too, which is perfect for dressings. But then the sun-dried tomatoes, not only are they delicious just as a little snack, as an antipasta board, put them into your tomato sauces. Sometimes I blitz them into a passata and then use that as a pizza base as well. It just adds this depth of flavour, this rich sort of real tomatoey luxury, which is welcome in your cooking. Yeah, we're rolling. So the first thing you want to do is you want to cut the tomatoes into sort of even-sized chunks. Now you'll notice there's an awful lot of moisture in the tomatoes, so we need to scoop that out with a spoon. Scoop it out. That's perfect, just like that. Don't throw these away. Add them to your sauce, add them to your cooking, or just eat them as you go. Don't throw them away, eat them. The trick when you're doing things like this, especially if you're doing it in big batches, is making sure that you're pretty consistent, getting stuff at the same size, because with the drying process, you don't really want to over dry some if you cut them too small. Then we're going to salt them because we want to start the drying process already. It just removes, it lessens time in the oven, which is best for everybody. So salt them, let them sit, let them do their thing, give them a little stir every now and again so that if they have sweated out the liquid, it falls out the colander into the bowl at the bottom. So taste one of your tomatoes after you've salted them, because you might want to wash some of the excess salt off. Now this won't rehydrate the tomatoes, so don't worry about that. It's just you don't want the finished product to be too salty. And then I'm going to add this garlic and oregano paste. And then I'm going to massage a garlic and oregano paste into them. Now I'm just going to drizzle just a tiny bit of olive oil. You don't want to put too much in. And that will help just carry the flavour, especially as it warms in the oven. The flavour from the garlic and the oregano will travel through the olive oil into the tomato. Oh, it smells really good. These are delicious. These are honestly delicious. Now, get them onto your baking tray. Cut side up. It's quite important. That will be a lot quicker in the oven if you do it like this. Generous, generous twist of pepper. It does take a while, so do this in a big old batch, and then you only have to do it once, and you've got them for ages. Right, these are done. They've been in the oven now for about 3 hours, with the door slightly open. I kept on opening it just to make sure there was a bit of airflow. The lowest I could get my oven was 80 degrees, which is about right for this, but the lower is the better. We don't want to change the flavour. All we want to do is dehydrate it, which just intensifies and concentrates the fresh, sort of raw tomato flavour, which is so unique and so special. And you see, they haven't actually browned at all because they haven't cooked. They've just dried out, and the smell is amazing. It's like really sweet tomato, but with the garlic and oregano, they smell delicious. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put them in a jar, let them cool down, and I'm going to cover them with oil and put them in the fridge, and that will just preserve them, so then probably got about a week to use them. So there you have it, sun-dried tomatoes. I really hope you enjoyed that. If there's any other vegetable you'd like to see us talk about, cook or prepare, then get in contact or just let us know what you think. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay tuned for more weekly veg hacks. I promised Penny I wouldn't pick any because she's got a veg masterclass workshop soon and she wants some ripe tomatoes left.